Hey everyone, it's me, Tammeron, back at you here from Tammeron's Place, a retreat for spiritual growth. So this week, I'm really focusing on working with people who are in my membership here at Tammeron's Place on how to manage time more effectively, especially for a lot of us who are now working from home. Times are different. We don't need to be in these retail spaces. However, I'm going to share with you guys a little bit today my perspective as how I've always kind of broken down time in my mind. And I'm giving you guys this pie chart to represent what I've always seen in my head. So I'm putting it on paper because a lot of people like to hear my stories, but people are asking for the diagrams. So to me, this is something that I actually wrote, I think about 5 or 6 years ago. I dragged out this old calendar that I had, and I had some information on here. So this is old, so you'll see it's a little bit stained, but hey, it's still perfect. So we're going to use it today in this video. And I'm going to be making a bunch of little mini videos for you guys to watch, and I'll be uploading these into a playlist. But again, I'm going to try and tap into how I understand things so that I can allow you guys to follow my frame of thought. Okay, so if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. So when I started learning about being a health coach and talking to people about the different aspects of their life, for me, that was like, well, my brain said, you know, we can use the same concept and we can break down a day, 24 hours in a day, into pies of how it is that we want to spend our time. When we are trying to manage a home, family, meals, bills, kids, sports, our own sanity, you know, what it is that we need as women as well, or even parents, even for the man, you know, it really is hard to set some boundaries up and to allow yourself permission to say, you know, if I can't do all this unless I work on me first. And it really is that same analogy about, you know, being on the airplane and putting the mask on yourself first so that you can be of service to the people you care about. And even as an entrepreneur, this is multifaceted because not only are we trying to serve other people, we always have to remember that one of the main reasons why things start to fall apart is because we've lost touch with ourselves. And I could write a whole book on this. I talk about it a lot with people. I've had my ups and downs, but being a true Capricorn and a leader and someone who you know, I can see problems and find simple solutions. And a lot of times, some of the things are really a representation of what is happening to you is also happening in your business. Okay, so this is going to be really basic, but I want you guys to look at this because as a coach, you know, we're taught to ask people to look at the different areas of their life. So I'm going to share what I've put here in the chart. So as an entrepreneur, these are some of the main areas that I feel that I've broken down into 8 areas of your day, okay? And every area might not apply to your day, but as we start working on building calendars and managing our time throughout the week and throughout the month and through the quarter, all right, and even we can do some annual stuff too, and I'll give you guys the tools on what I use in the following videos, okay? So let's start here and see if this starts to make sense for you guys. So when you look at the big picture, because this is what we're doing, you know, you want to start to learn how to manage your time more effectively. So we've got areas where we need to be out working, whether that's networking, connecting, teaching, sharing, whatever it is that you're doing, okay? This is the actual action that you're doing as an entrepreneur. We need to have time for our personal relationships throughout the day. Number 3, education of business matters. So this is still learning as an entrepreneur. I don't know any entrepreneur that ever stopped learning because technology keeps changing. And so we have to keep putting ourselves in courses and joining groups and classes so that we can keep learning so that we can be of service and stay up to date in today's world in technology. Understanding our money and finance. So this could be your goal setting. It could also be managing your money, setting goals, how much money you need to create this month. And, you know, are you meeting your needs? And then if you have anything above, where are you using that money to keep the circle going? The next area we have is play and relaxation, because let's face it, you can't be, pushing all the time. You need to balance your energy, and you need to make sure that you're making time for doing things that you enjoy, that changes your energy, shifts your energy in yourself so that you can be of service to other people. This has to balance. I've been the extreme of this and let go of this and found myself suffering from depression, anxiety. Eventually at one point I felt suicidal. Now I understand it, but at that time it wasn't so fun. It wasn't so fun when I was always over here. The next area we have is fitness, right? So this is, great for the brain. It's great for being oxygenated, giving ourselves the stamina that we need every day, and this can vary. Health education. So again, what are you eating? What are you putting in your body? Are you preparing your meals properly? Are you constantly eating out? Are you doing more damage to yourself? This to me is very important. And last, family. Even though this is personal relationships too, some people could have family, they could be children, you could be divorced, you could be in a new relationship. So, sometimes these are separate. So this is the family that you have. And these are your personal relationships. These could be your friends. They could also be your partners, okay? So to me, these are the main areas. And when I look at this, what I've realized is that for me, that I had to understand what was of most importance and how to rotate and manage my time more effectively, because sometimes, yes, I may need to be over here a little bit more, but how am I balancing out the rest of my time in the day, throughout the week, and eventually throughout the month and in the season, so that I can function and still be effective and have all of these things, all right? So on the next little video, I'm going to flip the chart. I'm going to share with you how I looked at some other areas, because for me, time was my love language. And when I read the book, The Secrets of the 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman, if I get the title right, but I'll be bringing elements of that book out in some of these videos. What I realized that I am someone who is strong with time and acts of service. So in other words, I love to spend time doing things for people. And not only did that show up in my personal life, I realized that that is who I am in my business. So time management matters to me. And if people are consistently, not able to manage their time, they're probably not going to function very well in my business model, because I like to be there for people. So, if they're really struggling, I know they're struggling financially, and I know they're struggling finding the right business, finding clients, so on and so forth, because in today's world, it's about who we're connecting with and who we're spending our time with, and this, community of people that are just like us. So when we can learn to manage ourselves a lot better, people notice that about us, and they're going to want to hang out with us because they understand what they value, okay? So I want to remind you, if you are someone in your business that your focus is on gift giving and on products, then this model will work for you. But again, you still have to understand how you're managing yourself, okay? So for me, if you resonate with time and acts of service, then you will really enjoy the rest of the upcoming videos. Cheers for now. Thanks.